It's currently the morning of quarantine day, I'm not sure, too long, and I'm starting to realize that I'm not the happiest I think I could be. Each day I wake up, I feel like the quarantine kind of takes its toll on me, and I feel stressed without reason, maybe with reason, but I just feel like I'm in a complicated situation, you know? And I feel like I've been getting better. I feel like I'm starting to come to grips with reality on this sense, but every time I feel like I get comfortable, there's just another issue to sweep my feet from underneath me. Another rug that's pulled from beneath me. Another situation that consumes me. So I think the best thing for me right now is just to spend some time with friends. I think I need to realize exactly what the spirit of quarantine is so that I can move past it, you know? So I'm gonna go meet up with Karen Beverly. She's gonna go on a drive with me and we're gonna talk about a few things. Hello! Oh, how are you?
Tired.
Same. Okay, so one thing I'm trying to do is figure out the spirit of quarantine. So I'm trying to figure out...
Depression. Anxiety, fear, torment.
Okay, those are some good ideas.
Sleep deprivation.
Now, I've definitely been feeling on the sadder end of things, and I'm trying to figure out why. And I feel like maybe it's just because I mean, you know me, I'm not a very emotional person.
But it's also like the sentimentality of school ending and not getting to like have a proper...
Yeah, that's a thing too. The fact that we got a video of the dean ringing the bell as opposed to us even attempting to do that, that's kind of shitty, but also, you know, I understand it's kind of a byproduct of the times. The thing for me though that would help alleviate some of the stresses, I think, well, possibly that's what I'm trying to find out, is confessing some things that I've been holding back, I guess, okay?
Okay, confess them. But first, order breakfast.
Sounds good. As proud as I am about our friendship, I can't help but feel like there's certain things I'm regretful of. Thank you.
Ooh, okay. Such as?
So, I've been doing a lot of thinking, right, considering this final project and my spot in the world. Where exactly do we fit? And I can't help but feel that, you know, we get each other. I think that you get me on a certain level. It's a deeper level, a deeper connection, and maybe that's due to our heritage. But we definitely have something that not everybody has.
That's true.
And that feeling for me has only been growing over the past, you know, weeks and months. I think I'm finally ready to ask the question.
Yes, what question?
Do you want to be my girlfriend?
Your girlfriend. Daniel, you're gay. Daniel, I love you, but you're gay.
Well, let's talk about sexuality if you want to bring it up then. Do you think that it's really defined in one box or the other?
Normally I would say no, because I'm bisexual, and you know that I think, you know, sexuality is kind of fluid to begin with. However, I've heard about your sexual experiences with girls, and that leads me to have some concerns.
Oh, no, you gotta bring that up? I think I'd just appreciate it if you could say yes to our question. We'll move on. I'll feel better about myself, and the spirit of quarantine will be love.
Do you want me to be your platonic girlfriend in the sense that we can give each other affection and kindness, but really we're just best friends?
But also you could peg me.
Okay, so that's where this is going.
I don't know if love is gonna be the spirit of quarantine, so I think we might have to try something else out.
I have to move on from that one.
So I want to find out if maybe that music, expressing myself through music, will allow me to figure out the spirit of quarantine. I think we're at a nice spot. Would you mind grabbing the camera?
Yeah.
So welcome to Mirror Lake. This is one of my favorite spots to come, even though I haven't come here a lot, but I feel like I'll really be able to connect with the openness of this spot because I want to speak words, I want to sing, I want to play music, and I want that to resonate throughout as much space as it can. Quick reminder to practice social distancing. If you're not, you gotta stay a bit farther back. If you're not 2 meters, then you could die. Oh, it's out of tune. Gotta tune it. Okay, we're all tuned up. I'm realizing that I really just need to channel the energy of the quarantine into this piece. I found some chords that I like. They're a bit happy. You know, I think quarantine is mostly a sad, kind of lonely feeling. But we're gonna give this a shot, okay? So channeling quarantine. Trying to figure out the meaning of my feelings. Why I am the way I am. And I think it'll come right after this verse. I'm just gonna say whatever comes to mind and we'll see how that works. Quarantine 2020. Oh my God! Oh Lord Jesus Christ! Okay, take me away. It's not it. God, it's not it. So maybe one thing that would help me, well, one, figure out the spirit of quarantine, but two, just help me deal with everything that's happening in quarantine would be to go shopping. You know, retail therapy's completely a thing and a thing for a reason. We're gonna head to the mall. And I think that'll be good for us, you know, we'll be able to see that there is still life out there and things aren't really as bad as maybe we think they are. And hopefully we'll be enlightened as to a bit of life in the quarantine from maybe a working perspective. That the mall is temporarily closed until further notice. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Throughout my university career, there have been very few establishments where I really feel like the students are appreciated as much as maybe we should be. You know, there are a lot of stresses when it comes to academia, and one store that's always kind of had my back, I'm not sure if it's the same for you, KB, but...
Oh yeah.
Dollar Tree.
Let's suit up. Oh, I hate that you did that.
And the final step. I feel so alive.
Do you?
I don't know if alive is what this feels like, but this is the most life I've had in me for days, so I'll take it.
I just want potato chips.
So I think looking for a few essential items to secure and have ready would make me feel a bit better. So we're in the hygiene area and we found some holders for hand sanitizer, but unfortunately we haven't found any actual hand sanitizer, so we're still SOL on that one. Maybe I should just be like my first year days and dye my hair. What do you say?
Don't recommend quarantine hair dye. Been there, done that.
Well, if I can't dye my hair, I've got to do something to customize my body so that I feel like I have control over my situation during the quarantine. You know what? Let's split for a second. So I've always wanted a tattoo, but I've never had the balls to go and get an actual tattoo myself. So I feel like there might be something in the store that could help me customize my body without the commitment to an actual tattoo. This is exactly what I wanted and exactly what I needed. Time to regroup with KB and see how she's doing. I got my haul. Let's see how she's doing with hers.
You left me unsupervised in the snack aisle.
KB, you're not supposed to buy the whole store.
I want it. I'm hungry.
It's a tough time, you know?
If the only comfort I can get is in food, I'm gonna get food. And
Yeah.
at least it's only $1.25.
Exactly. Thank you, Dollar Tree.
Thank you, Dollar Tree.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I think we're ready to head out, actually, right?
I'm ready.
All right, let's friggin' do it. There's no place that's made me feel more like home than Dollar Tree. So.
Really?
As a student, it comes in handy.
You're right. Especially because most students, don't really have really much money to spend on stuff unless you're one of those privileged kids.
That was perfect.
Oh, did you get that on camera?
I think so.
That's
I'll have to
awesome.
check, but-
That's rad.
Appreciate it, dude.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
You too.
So I'm in a very fragile state of mind. I think it's time to try my tattoos so that I can feel badass. And we'll go from there. It's funny, the tattoos made me think of childhood, you know, it made me think of the innocence of the kid. And I think to frame this a bit better, we have to be in a location that represents the same thing. So we're just outside a playground and we're gonna go check it out and maybe put these tattoos on a little bench or something, we'll see. Okay, let's frickin' do this. Stop, this playground is closed. Well, fuck, there goes my childhood. Just because the playground's closed doesn't mean we can't sit here and put on these tattoos. Taking control over my body is definitely what I need right now, you know? A little bit of enlightenment in that sense. I got some of these sick rainbow ones. They're like really cute and pineapples, and I think that represents a lot about who I am. Bit of a fruit. I think I found the one. I think that's me. I have glasses. Now to find a spot to put it, I guess. I'm thinking on my neck. People with neck tattoos are pretty badass, I think. People with neck tattoos would get through quarantine no problem, I think, because they just have this drive to them, this emotion that not everybody has, because not everybody has a neck tattoo, so could I get your hand? We could be having fun on these swings right now, but quarantine. We could be having fun on these monkey bars, but quarantine. I could be going down this big slide right now, having the time of my life, having the best day ever, but quarantine. I could be climbing a rock wall, but actually I wouldn't do that anyways, so. Think it's been enough?
Let's see.
Yeah?
Oh, sick egg.
Oh, damn! Holy fuck, that looks good. Yo, I just got a neck tattoo. I just got a fucking neck tattoo. Yo, I feel so alive. I don't really know if I want to do another one though, because as much as I love the neck tattoo, it's expensive. So far, out of all the ways I've tried to internalize the quarantine and, you know, capitalize on the effects it's having on me, taking control of myself, the tattoo was pretty good.
Oh?
What do you think of my tattoo? That honestly, does it look pretty fucking sick?
I mean, if I had to say, what are you embodied in a neck tattoo?
Yeah.
Life under the sea, man. Pineapples all the way.
There it is, there it is. Yo, I cannot get over how fresh that looks. Damn! So I tried to connect to the spirit of quarantine through music, and that didn't work too well. I got a tattoo, and I think that might have worked the best. I feel like the most important thing of all is just who you have with you. And the friends you have, and even though it's quarantine, I mean, really, we shouldn't even be together.
We're breaking 6 feet apart, social distancing.
Don't tell the government. But honestly, so the SD card on my camera kind of filled up and wouldn't record anymore while I was still in the car with Karen Beverly, so now I'm on my balcony at my apartment on the edge of cameras. Wow. Isn't it beautiful? When I talk about the spirit of quarantine, I'm not talking about one thing. one quantifiable entity that we can connect to. The spirit of quarantine exists in us right now. It existed before this and will continue to exist in any form imaginable. I really think the importance of the spirit of quarantine can be summed up by understanding the importance of communication and connection. When we're able to establish a relationship where it's symbiotic, right? That's beneficial to so many different layers of our beings. For me, making a song didn't really benefit me that much. When I talked about quarantine, everything was released. When we went shopping, although we risked the quarantine by not staying home, we still got to interact with a cashier, and he was a really fun dude. That interaction benefited my mood for the rest of the day. At the same time, this dumb little tattoo that I got, that was so fun for me. Now, the spirit of quarantine has been challenged because we can't really interact with people as much as we can. That means these channels that we have established already are no longer beneficial for us or no longer attainable. But that doesn't mean that we still can't have those things. It's just that things are changing. The processes we have already gotten accustomed to are now changing, and that's okay. Change is something that we should welcome. If one small action not only benefits me, but the entire population of our nation, then why not? The quarantine is only making us more inventive. We have to figure out how we can get back this connection, how we can get back to each other. We gotta be there for each other. And you watching this video, you're here for me. And I appreciate that. I didn't exactly find one method to contain the spirit of quarantine, but I think I understand it just a little bit more. Peace.